Hey guys, I'm here to talk about uninsured and underinsured motorist coverage, which is a super important tool that you need to get in order to protect yourself in case you're hit or hurt by somebody who has pretty bad insurance. So, for example, I had a client who's on a motorcycle. It got sideswiped by this woman who tried to flee the scene. She was crazy, ended up being a felon, and we found out she had zero insurance, no income, tons of debt. So he was out of luck trying to get a claim against her. And so he had to look at his own policy, his own motorcycle policy, which only had $15,000 of uninsured, underinsured motorist coverage. So he's in the hospital over a week, got multiple surgeries, had $300,000+ in medical expenses, and had to cover that with 15 grand. It's not going to work. So we've had multiple clients with serious injuries injured by these people who are cruising around with very little insurance. The state of California only requires that you have $15,000 of coverage. So that's why a lot of people do it. They just don't know any better. They're never told they should get something more, or they just want to be, as affordable as possible. And so they just get the bare minimum. And you might also be like that. Maybe you didn't know any different, or maybe you just thought, hey, I want the cheapest insurance I can get. But you know what? You're not doing yourself any favors. So you want to take a look at your declarations page, which is an itemization that you may have gotten when you signed up for insurance. It'll list out liability coverage, which is coverage that you have in the event you hurt someone else. So if your liability coverage is really low and you hurt someone, but you've got some assets, you might own your own house, have a pretty good paying job, that person can come after you personally. So you want to make sure your liability coverage is nice and high. Then under liability, you've got property damage coverage. And what that means is, it takes care of your car or takes care of the car of anyone that you may cause an accident with. Then under that, you've got uninsured or underinsured motorist coverage. And what that is that helps protect you in the event you're hit by somebody who has very low insurance limits. And so in order for you to increase your uninsured, underinsured motorist coverage, you also have to increase your liability limit. So for instance, if you had the bare minimum, you've got 15,000 of liability, you got probably 5,000 of property damage, and then you've got $15,000 of uninsured motorist. If you want to get that uninsured motorist up to the bare minimum that I recommend, which is 100,000, you've got to also get your liability coverage up. Okay, a lot of people think this is super pricey. It's not that expensive. Might be, 50, 60 bucks for 6 months. And I totally recommend it. The problem is that, there's just so many people out there that are uninformed or, trying to save a buck. And if you get hit by them, you're out of luck. I mean, you may think, oh, I've got medical insurance, that should cover things. Well, it will cover things, but what's going to cover when you, miss out on work, your lost earnings? Maybe, I've got clients who can't walk for months, or people who, can't do their normal activities, and you're entitled to compensation for that. And 15,000 bucks is not going to do it. It goes toward your medical bills first, even if you have health insurance. You have to pay that health insurance back. So we can talk more about that forever. But I want you to go out and get more uninsured motorist coverage to protect yourself. You just got to do it. All right. If you want to learn more about this, I've got tons of this stuff in my FAQs and my blog. I can keep posting videos about this topic as well. Thanks so much.